Hey, Gavax here. So, I've been hearing a lot from multiple different sources about jukebox versus evasive, which one people prefer, and a lot of people are saying they like jukebox. I'll lean back a little bit. So, I went ahead and today on stream, I got the new Chris Johnson, powered him up, added evasive on him for a little bit, added jukebox onto him. In no way is this scientific or anything, but I kind of want to show off what animations each one of them get in the open field, and then kind of go through maybe why people think jukebox is better than evasive, or what we're seeing here. Now, let me know what your guys' experiences are in the comments if you like jukebox more than evasive or not. But I kind of want to go through and show off these like animations. I put them side by side here in my video editing software. So we're gonna go frame by frame on them. We're gonna wait, so they both light up at the same time. So this means I hit the right stick. Now obviously it's not perfect, they're not the same exact body position on the field, but basically I just want to show you this animation. Like I said, not scientific or perfect at all. But like, does it seem like they kind of have the same animation? Evasive and jukebox. Like if we go back and forth, it feels like they start their juke with their leg, and they plant at the same time, so that it goes. It's frame on when they start. Now, obviously, there's a little bit of time between frames and stuff, but all right, the frame's on when they start. So, but then watch what this plant leg over here, right there. See how they finish at the same time, right? So they start at the same time, finish that animation. They roughly travel about the same distance on the field, so it feels like jukebox and evasive. If we go smooth back and forth, we're getting a lot of the same animation, and that's kind of what Madden says. It's the same animation between evasive and jukebox. Now, you'll be like, okay, that's neat and all, but I want to see more. So I'm going to show you basically evasive. I did a bunch of these tests with JC Steele here, and we're both Pittsburgh. So I'll just show you evasive first, and then we'll move over to jukebox. And now, obviously, like I said, these aren't all perfect. I got a theory I'm gonna show it and talk about it a little bit, but like a lot of this happens because people feel it. And, like the feel out on the field, sometimes like even though the animation doesn't look any different, hey, double fives. Even though the animation is not that different in the open field, it's how the players interact. We know so much of Madden is animation based, and that little under dip right there we see on evasive is something I want you to pay attention to going forward, as that's kind of something I want to point out versus jukebox. Right here's another one dipped under Palomalu for the touchdown right there. Palomalu, as you know, is a great defender. You're not going to be able to juke out a whole lot of unfakables. He does have some unfakables on his defense, as we do try and juke out a few, but I think similar stuff you want to be tested with, like with Bruiser versus Bulldozer going forward. But this is so animation based, and the jukes are the most important move in this year's game because it's just so great. I mean, armbar versus Bruiser also. So there's two good ones. But do you see that dip under animation that he frequently gets is kind of like a staple of evasive, I feel like. I'm not saying I can't have it with a jukebox, but let's watch the jukebox jukes here going forward. This one's against actually Jaybird. I liked this one. But there's like a juke past him kind of move. So he didn't actually interact. And not getting into interactions is kind of nice. So right there is an important one. We're kind of close to Palomalu, and then we juke. All right. So that's one I wanted to kind of show off. I'll show that in a little bit versus the evasive. But here we are. We're going to keep going with the jukebox jukes. This is kind of what I'm feeling. So I'm doing open field jukebox. That's the one you saw as the example one earlier. So we're just basically running stretch over and over. There we juked into a tackle and shed it off because Chris Johnson just has such high evasive rating. When you fail a juke and you juke into a tackle, that's when the evasive rating takes over. There we are juking a bunch of the field, down the field, just going back and forth. We're ripping 90s in the Madden sense, if we got any Fortnite fans. But all right. So the ones I really wanted to take a look at was this evasive one right here. And this might be why people feel like jukebox is better than evasive. Like look how slow that gets me through that past that Palomalu. They're like, okay, you get that animation. Yeah, you win. You get the win, but this isn't like a super win because I still get tackled right there. And we'll watch another one with evasive. He does a similar animation where he does that duck under miss. Whereas like jukebox, maybe. I'm not saying like this is a small sample size. Like I said, this isn't scientific. Let me know what you guys have seen. But this one right here with the jukebox, kind of close. I know Palomalu's on a different angle, but it's so much faster past him that I'm also exploding upfield and I barely lose any momentum with the jukebox. So here it is, the evasive. a little different angle. A little different angle. So yeah, like I wish, you know, I had more time to do better stuff, but yeah, a little different. Let me know what you guys figure out, but as you see, the animation in the open field is the same, but it's how they interact with other players that looks slightly different. And why a lot of people say, and why I've seen it from a lot of people, they say Jukebox is better. So let me know you guys' experience, like I said. But this in no way, like, there's no way to determine this without taking like 500 samples, and that's not something I'm willing to commit to. There might be some math behind the scenes where the Jukebox triggers different animations. Maybe Evasive caps at a 90 Juke animation, whereas Jukebox takes your whole Juke into account. I don't know. That's probably wrong. I would assume that is wrong. So there it is. That's why I think Jukebox and people like the Jukebox, because you're engaging with players better with that, as my thing saves. All right, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching Call to Action. I'll see you tomorrow.